we are driving the Mustang for the first time, and it is really sketchy when it's wet. It was sketchy when it's dry, but it's sketchy now too. I'm trying not to drift this because the steering is really freaking heavy, and I can't keep up with it. We got a ton of heat coming out of here, so the heater does work. All right, well, she successfully made it home from her first trip out. So fun fact, the truck here, the tail lights don't work, or they work intermittently. So the Mustang has this feature where you just, and everything's okay. Yeah, see? Can't miss it. So anyways, yeah, there I was minding my own business. And this thing ended up getting low oil pressure. Like, it was pretty good for a while after we drove it. It was getting worse. It was at like 60 at cold startup. Eventually got down to about 12. Pulled over to an O'Reilly's to get some oil to put in it. And then the starter apparently rattled loose. So it was either fix that and burn the shit out of my hands or go get the truck. So here we are. We'll see if I added oil. We'll see if that helps tomorrow once we get to fixing the starter. All right, it is the day after our first drive in the Mustang here. So you'll notice it's on a trailer. Some things happened. So first off, we went for a drive, everything was going well, and then it started to get warm. So temperatures were going up, oil pressure was going down. Obviously not a good thing. So we have a oil pressure gauge here, an analog one. It would sit around 60 on cold idle, then it was around 40 on hot idle. Then it started to get down to 20, so I started keeping more attention to it, and the engine started getting hotter. It ended up getting down to about 16 at idle, which is not necessarily a concern, but the concern was that when we were at 2,000 RPM, it would drop down to about 12. That's not a good thing. That means either something is clogged or we're just low on oil. I'm a smart cookie, and I do have a dipstick right here, chrome Ford racing one, but it's not in the car, so I never really checked the level. But when I primed the engine, I remember putting oil in it, but now that we're here, I don't remember how much oil I put in it. So I'm wondering if maybe I just put like 2 quarts in there or something like that, or 1.5 quarts just to prime it or something. Not totally sure, because like, what if something leaks, right? So I'm pretty sure that I didn't hurt anything, but the place that we're at right now is that this car did get too low of oil pressure to be comfortable driving it, which brings us to our next point. So we stopped driving it. We pulled over to an O'Reilly's, and let me prop this bad boy up. Self-made hood prop, by the way. So we went to O'Reilly's because we were passing it. Oil pressure was just not where I was happy with it. So we pull over, and we go to turn off the car so we can put some oil in it, do a little bit of diagnosing, then we'll try again, right? Which brings us to our next issue. So this, let's see, one of these goes down to our starter, and so as you can see right here, so here's our starter. It's just flopping around in there. As such, we couldn't start it back up. It was just grinding against the flywheel so much, in fact, that it would crank it a tiny bit and then just spin freely pretty much. So not a good thing, not a good thing at all. So where we're at, we towed it home. As you know, old cars, they're all projects. This truck here, we blew a fuse for the marker lights, but not for the brakes and turn signals. The plug right here is super old and corroded, and only one of the lights on the trailer worked previously. Now, none of the lights work on it. Don't know why. That's a whole different thing. I gotta wire the whole back end of this thing, right? Some of these plugs are actually rusted out and they make new ones, so I should do that. That's not what this video is about though. So where we're at now is we're at O'Reilly's. We can't get the car to start. We've put oil in it, but we can't get it to start. So now we're stranded. So we order a lift. Dude comes and picks us up, plays a ton of super offensive stuff in the lift, by the way. And not that I mind super much, but like when I'm meeting someone from the first time, like I don't want to be listening to like Dave Chappelle and that kind of stuff. Regardless, that's a whole different thing. So we get a lift back here. So it's about 6 o'clock when we pull over at O'Reilly's. We come here, get the truck, load it up. We have to put a battery in the town car to move it. And then we put the trailer on the truck, go there, load this thing up, pull it back, and obviously we just nose right in here. And I'm about to unload this so I can fix the starter issue, chuck in a dipstick, and probably fix an exhaust leak over here because that was crazy annoying. Like if I'm in that area with some wrenches, I might as well. But yeah, the car got some good attention. Sorry, I almost died. The car did fine. We got up to operating temperature. The fans were set a little bit high for my preference by a person who's helping me with tuning, so maybe I'll communicate that a little better. But yeah, so it was running a little hotter than I would have liked, but the fans chucked on, no big deal. So we're here now, and yeah, this is a running, driving car, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any head gasket issues either, because this is a used engine. That was the first time I've ever driven as far in it. So thanks for watching. I know these videos aren't the most exciting about, like, you know, breaking down whatever's going on, but if you made it to the end, like, subscribe, check the box, do the box here, and then hit the like. But well, wait, the like right here, not the dislike, but the like. Thanks for watching Team Rocket Garage. Soon we're going to have videos of this car actually shredding like an MF. This car is going to be such an amazing rig.